Hi, how are you? So I thought I'd do a little bit more. I've been doing some infilling here where there's missing pieces. There's lots of threads of wax, and I'll get rid of those. But I thought we're definitely halfway there now if you take the little bits down here and all that up there. So I'm very happy. I was watching some diamond painters that I haven't watched in a while, and I found that some have been missing for like 6 months, since like, I don't know, September? I don't know. I hope they're okay. But just channels that I used to watch all the time. And, well, one in particular, I'm kind of worried about her because I know her health wasn't too good, but I'm sure she'll pop up in no time. I really don't know any diamond painters, none that I've communicated with anyway. Every now and then I will leave a comment because I know that helps their channels, and I could sure use some help too. But yeah, I hope you can hear me. I can barely hear myself. It's snowing outside. It's not too cold. I think it's 1 degree, maybe 0. But it's snowing, and fortunately it's melting. It's staying on the ground for a bit and then melting away. So I have been, I don't know, I think it's like 2 o'clock now. I've been hemming and hawing about whether to go out and shovel, but there really isn't anything to shovel. And the last time I went out and shoveled, all the people that didn't shovel, their snow all melted, so I'm having trouble with B's and R's. I can't tell my B's from my R's. My eyes are not great. So I'll just, I think, and they're both in white, so I can't even use that as a guide to which is a B and which is an R. And how did you get flipped over? And I guess you belong there. So, I hope you've been having a good day. And did I remember to welcome you all? I hope I did, but if I haven't, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. I went in and I noticed that the last video I did, the printing, the thing at the front that says part 9, I noticed that it was, I couldn't read it, so I figured nobody else could either, and that's like bad. So I changed it to yellow, and I hope that's more legible, but who knows? I got a lot of them up here. Oh, sometimes I think I picked them up when I didn't. Okay. I'm going to have to, after all of these cheapo beginner diamond paintings are done, I do have some square ones to do. They're quite big, but they're some of my favorites, but they're going to take forever to do. After I finish this, I'm going to work on the coasters, I think, because I really need coasters, and I do happen to have everything I need for them to finish them off, to make them what I want them to be. Nice shiny sealant on them. And I always, you know, flip-flop between, do I want to spray them, or do I want to just paint the sealant over them? Oh, look at all the ones I messed up here. So, I've been doing housework too. I haven't got anywhere near the steps I wanted to today. And my weight, of course, is up because I have been abusing rice cakes. And rice cakes are very good. They're very filling, very low calories. But you shouldn't be eating a whole sleeve of them in one day. Plus, I had roast beef yesterday. So I had to because it was going to expire. It was the last day. And I actually bought 2 of them. So the other one is being returned to nature. So, and that makes me very, very sad because I really hate wasting food. I hate wasting anything, but like I say, I don't know if I let this wax dry up or something. It just doesn't seem to last as long as it used to, or maybe I'm not putting enough on it. I always make sure it's sticky. But that's 2 squares from the diamond painting kits. I don't throw it out, I use it. I also have some that I bought. I don't know why. You get caught up in a hobby and then you have to spend so much money buying everything that everybody else has, and I'm kind of tired of doing that. What works for me works for me. And, you know, I'm probably not the best. No, I know I'm not the best, that's for sure. But, yeah, I'm comfortable with the things that I have and that I use. This is my favorite pen. I have 2 or 3 of them. I know I have this green one, which has the pusher, so that you can just line everything up. And I have a blue one, and that was sort of an extravagance, but I was working at the time, so it was like, you know, when you're working you have money coming in, so you have money coming in. So that was not a big deal, but I do like this one the best because my fingers fit right in that. I don't know if you can see the narrow spot. My fingers fit very comfortably there. And being left-handed, my fingers are never, I think, where they should be. But, I would like to find 2 bars together so I could use these 2 together, but that's weird. Never where you want them to be, so I'll take that one off and go here and here. Yeah, I was on the computer last night and I'm trying to get back into the swing where my head is in the YouTube space, and sometimes it's hard, especially when you're an old gal like me. I have so many, thinking about taxes. Somebody mentioned taxes to me, and now that's all I can think of, but I'm really just going to put it off until, I don't know, the end of never. I'm going to put it off until March, I think, because we have until April to file. So that's okay with me. And I don't have to worry about YouTube because I don't have any financial stuff coming from YouTube. All I have basically is my pension and my savings. And the government sure likes to grab onto our savings, don't they? But we'll see what happens. I wonder if we'll have a new prime minister by the time tax season rolls around. And I wonder if it'll be better or worse, because I don't know. I try to not listen to the news, pay attention to politics. It's very, I was going to say mind-rotting. It's just very upsetting. But that's life in Canada, I guess. And I'm happy that it's life in Canada, not nowhere else. Oh, that was a funny sentence, not nowhere else. But, yeah, so I'm just going to drone on here and trying to see how many I've missed, if any, up here, because I don't want to have to keep going back and filling in things that I've missed. It's this plastic I like, but when it's the white paper that's covering your diamond painting, it's kind of better, because then you really do have well, I still do have a line I can follow across, but when it's white, it makes it, oh, I just broke a fingernail. Wow, just sitting here and fingernails are breaking off, which is not surprising. My fingernails are always breaking off. Where did I put that? I'm going to switch to a different color. And, come on, you. Ooh, these are hard to pick up sometimes. Okay, I think we'll go with the bees, and we'll remember to put that back in so I don't get drills all over the place. So I have an awful lot of bees, which is a dark gray. I know it probably looks exactly the same as the R's to you, but these are dark gray, and the R's were, I guess, the blackest things that we have here. So, oh, sometimes I think they go in and they don't, and they come right back out. Look at me getting all this wax stuck in there. So yeah, like I said, the wax will dry up, so like if I come back tomorrow, I can just brush it out with a little paintbrush, a stiffer little paintbrush, but not too stiff. You don't want to be pulling the drills out either. So, wish we could talk back and forth so you could tell me what you're up to today. Now, like I said, I've been cleaning, a lot of sweeping, and I've been eating. I don't know what I'm going to eat today at all. I've been opening and closing the freezer. I only have the freezer on the fridge. It's not big, but I'll open it and close it, and open it and close it, and expecting things to change, I guess. I don't know. But I've got lots of frozen soup. I have some of those healthy steamer, well, you know what I mean, those frozen dinners that are in the 2-part container, and you throw it in the microwave, and then you take the top bit and add it to the bottom bit. Because they're pretty low on calories, and as I've mentioned a million times before, I'm trying to just cut my calories and do a little bit of exercise as much as I can. Well, not as much as I can. I'd be lying if I said that. Who does as much as they can? We do what we need to do. Although there are people out there that can really go at it and really, you know, spend whole days at the gym. And no, I'm not like that. I'm 69 years old, and I'm going to try to maintain what's left of my heart. I guess we're switching to another color. Okay. There sure is a lot of switching. Now, I know that some people have wonderful little stands and things, and they fill up their trays, their little green trays that come with the diamond paintings, and don't throw those out. Like I will get rid of the pink pens that come with the diamond paintings because I can't find anything to do with them. I guess they'd be a kind of building material if I wanted to build a little house or something, which I might do someday. I really love paper mache, but I haven't done it. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. My chest is just a-bobbing with the hiccups. But yeah, I like paper mache. You can do so much with it, and it's so strong. The French, right now I'm going to forget the year because I'm like that. But there is some very old, maybe around the time of Marie Antoinette, very old French furniture that is made, I mean, it's centuries old. It's made entirely of paper mache, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's still holding up today in museums, mind you, but it still exists. So paper mache is a very strong material. Plus you can form it any way you want to. There's a lady on YouTube that is probably my age, and she is like the goddess of paper mache, and the things she makes are so beautiful. And she shares her recipes freely, which is very nice. I mean, you can always find recipes free anyway, or experiment yourself and try to come up with a, but it's very basic, and the most basic thing is white glue. Just use white glue. Use it on every layer. Don't try to skimp. Don't try to find an easy way to do it. And I mean, you'll have layers that are as hard as wood, which is basically what it is. It's paper just glued together like a laminate wood is. So like you can make things as flimsy or as strong as you want, and that's why I like paper mache. My house, when I lived in the city, got broken into, and they smashed all my paper mache, and I had one fairly large piece that was maybe about 2 feet tall, and it was like an alien head, and then it had, like, the neck was a cylinder, and I forget where I got this cylinder, but it was a cardboard cylinder, and you could make your own, and it was about, that wide and about that big around. My measurements are wonderful, aren't they? Talk about accurate measurements. Anyway, it was painted green, and it was an alien's head. If the alien was, I mean, if it was true to life, this guy would have been like 7 feet tall. That's how big the head was. And I was using it for a piggy bank. So they broke into the house, they smashed it on the floor, they took all the money, except nickels for some reason, which still blows my mind. Why would you not take nickels? Like, you're breaking into somebody's house to get money and you're leaving the nickels? So I guess they figured that if there was money in that paper mache, maybe there was money in all the paper mache, so they just smashed it all to bits. So when something like that happens to you, and I don't know how many people have had their homes broken into, the police officer was very nice. She told me, don't take it personally. It's not personal. It was because I had these like 9-foot hedges in front of my house, and so my neighbors couldn't see what was going on, so they smashed the big living room window, and just with a brick, and just walked in. I hope they got all cut to pieces though. But anyway, that's nasty and I shouldn't say that, but oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, but whenever this happens, your first thought is that you don't want to ever own anything again because somebody can just walk into your house and take it. And it is the most horrible feeling in the world, but I tried to keep remembering what this nice officer said, which was, it's not personal. It's not about you. It was just an easy target and they took it. And the insurance men said they weren't professionals because if they were, the entire house would be wrecked. They would dump the fridge on the floor to see if you had anything in the freezer. The one thing they did that absolutely broke my heart was that I had, I think, 4 photo boxes of photos I had only just a while ago had organized, and they took those boxes and they dumped them all over the floor, and my heart just broke, and I've never ever had the mental strength to reorganize those boxes. I can't even explain the feeling. And these are, you know, pictures that I can never take again. I have the pictures, I'm grateful for that, but my heart just sank. It was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was so awful, so mean, so cruel. But to them it was just dumping boxes on the floor to see what was inside them, I guess. But yeah, anyway, this is depressing talk and I don't want to talk about it anymore, and I probably shouldn't have talked about it in the first place, but we are getting closer and closer to getting this guy finished. I told you I did some infilling and that, so there's just so much blue and black, well, dark blue and dark brown, and yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing this until it is finished. I have never not finished a diamond painting. If I start one, I finish it. And that's all there is to it. There's no point in starting something you're not going to finish. Even though there's times when you think, oh my gosh, I've been working on this for so long. But I mean, there's diamond painters. Oh geez, what is her name again? Admore Zest. Admore Zest, I can't remember her name. That's her channel name. And she does very big diamond paintings, and she'll do like counted cross-stitch diamond paintings where the pattern's on her computer. So all she has to do is, and I'm not saying this as something that's simple. She's a very good diamond painting. I started watching her years ago, as a matter of fact, on and off. And I think I watched every single one of her videos up until probably before my heart attack. And she does square drills. And to me, square drills are the hardest. And I had an absolute breakdown over this rainbow. I call it the Rainbow Caribou. I think that's what I was calling it, the Rainbow Caribou. It's on my playlist or somewhere. It's somewhere on my channel. And I made an absolute mess of it. And because I couldn't get the, or I thought I couldn't get the squares close enough. Now, mind you, this was not an expensive diamond painting. So what I did was I cut it apart. It was a rainbow colored caribou with the big antlers. Absolutely beautiful. I just loved it. And so and all around it is black, and in between the antlers is black. It's just black, and it was so hard, and I think I was screwed up because I got to change colors again. I was screwed up because I thought I was doing a horrible job because I was new. And no, I wasn't. But what I did was, if this was it, I cut all the way around the diamond painting. And then I took a big piece of canvas board. Stretched canvas is okay, but I like canvas board because it's more solid. So, and then I painted it black so that it would match the edges of the caribou. And then I glued the caribou down, and then I went over it with, I glued it down with, it'll come to me, Don't worry, it'll come to me. Oh, there's a lot of these. Okay, so, I hate it when I cannot think of the word that I want to use, but it's white paste, and it's used for decoupage, and it's just a basic white glue, and it's a orange and yellow. It's a white bottle with orange and yellow label. And you all are probably yelling it at me, and anyway, so I glued it down with that, and oh geez, I wish the name would come to me. It doesn't matter though, it's a white paste glue. And then I I glued it down, I went over it with the white paste, and it looks very nice now. It's very beautiful. Oh, I think I called it a rainbow buck. I think it's a buck deer. But it could be a caribou as well. But yeah, so that sort of turned me off of doing square diamond paintings. But I did do a phoenix, and I have another phoenix, and I did do a raven, and I have another raven, and they're very beautiful. If you watch Add More Zest, like when I watch it, I am so impressed by how tight fitting she can get those squares, and they don't seem to snap off or pop off. So if you're into that, and it is diamond painting, yeah, definitely have a look at hers, because I am always amazed. Also a young man named Jeffrey Morrison. He does big diamond paintings too, very beautiful ones, very detailed, and he does use square drills. Oh, there's so many diamond painters. I can't even... That's why I can't remember their names most of the time. It's because I've been trying for years to remember Add More Zest. But yeah, she does amazing work. And what else have we got there? Oh, I'm sorry, my brain is leaving me. I think I've been doing this for too long. Look at us working on the fishy part. But it's still a long way to go. I just thought I saw a word made with these letters, and it wasn't. But I'm not going to look too closely at it, because I mean, there's a lot of letters here, and sometimes they can bind up to create words and acronyms. Mostly acronyms because, yeah, we're not using the entire alphabet. Oh, look at this, eh? Constantly re-waxing. Oh, I tried wax pen. Oh, that was smart. There wasn't even anything on there. I just put wax on it, and there we go. Let me get that off. Yeah, I don't know. I tried the wax pencils, as I was saying, and you're constantly resharpening them. So they're good if you're doing like odd shaped things, like when you're doing rhinestones and that, I suppose. But yeah, there's so many different types of pens and pencils you can get for placing the diamonds. And then there's the multi-placers that look like this, and if you can line up your diamonds and you can like pick up however many and then just do that, it wouldn't be too effective on a diamond painting like this because it's just all different colors everywhere. Confetti, I believe they call it. And yeah, it wouldn't work too well. It might work in the gray areas, but there's not really that much. There's not a lot of color blocking on this, that's for sure. That's kind of why I like it. I haven't even looked up at the camera to see if we were still recording, and yes, we are. So I'm thinking I might have my tomato macaroni soup for whatever meal of the day this will be. And it's nice and it's filling. And it has macaroni, rice, and barley, and tomatoes, lots of tomatoes and lots of pepper. And by pepper, I mean black pepper. The only vegetable in it is onion and tomato. But it does have barley, rice, and macaroni. But you really have to be careful about your quantities of barley, rice, and macaroni. So barley is obviously the smallest amount. And then rice, and then macaroni. But I mean, you have to wait for quite a bit in between adding each for them to get where they need to be. And some people don't like it because they say the elbow macaroni gets too mushy. But it depends on when you add it. You have to add it at the last possible minute. And then you can't just leave it in the crock pot or in a pot. You have to like let it sit there overnight or anything. You have to decant it into freezer containers or freezer bags. Sometimes I use bags. Sometimes I use the, oh dear, the freezer bowls. Okay, so I think I'm talking myself into hunger. Can you believe that? Anyway, I certainly have talked about a lot of horrible things today. It certainly went on forever. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but because I'm talking, it's probably going to be a fairly long one. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you keep me company. I hope I'm keeping you company too. And I shall see you maybe tomorrow. It depends on how long it takes to upload this. Like sometimes once it's ready and you get it to YouTube, sometimes it'll take like half an hour to upload it. Yesterday it took 3 hours and I had to keep restarting the computer, and I dumped everything onto my external hard drive, so I don't know what, but that is, so I'm going to stop now. I really do appreciate you being here. I mean that with all my heart. It's, even though there's billions of people on YouTube every day, it's always a pleasure when somebody comes to see you personally. So thank you so much, and have a great day. Take good care of yourselves. Be careful in the snow. And yeah, I will see you maybe tomorrow. And I'll probably, tonight, if I get a little bit bored, I might do some more of this infilling. And it's not too much to do. I did a pretty good job. But, yeah, I just want to, I don't think I've ever gone past 9 parts before, and this will be part 10. Oh dear. Anyway, have a great day, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye now.